What's up, guys? This is going to be your guide to Heroic Sinestra 10-man. This fight is super fun. It's pretty simple once you get the hang of it, and you get a crazy damage buff. So who doesn't like damage buffs, honestly? You're going to start out the fight just doing the pull. We want to line up over here on this right side, and that's because we want to leave this left side open for our first mechanic, which is going to be the Twilight Slicers. So we'll talk about that right now. Actually, let's skip forward a little bit. When these slicers come out, basically the way that they work is they will fixate on two random players. So it'll be these big orbs. This will be what kills you probably your first few pulls. When they fixate on you, sometimes the weak aura gets messed up. So if you're like standing inside of it, it'll say like Twilight Slicer on you, but it doesn't mean that it's attached to you. It just means that it's literally on top of you. So right here, you can see it looks like it's on our healer, and then it looks like it's on whoever's star is back here. But basically, these guys are going to run around the room. They're going to bring the slicers over here to the side. It's on our druid. So and then they are connected, you notice right here as well. So you don't want to run through the middle. I think that's the slicing part of it. And you don't want to stand on top of the orbs. So the job of these people basically is to bring them out, and then they're going to run around and they'll do a little arch around the room. They'll go whoop, and then they'll come back to the group. If you're in melee, you can also do whoop, and then do that. This also works so that way you can just get more uptime on the boss, because uptime in this first phase is pretty important. Basically, you'll notice how when the slicers also come out, if you're like, say for example, you're me who doesn't get targeted. When I see the slicer, I'm going to look for it. I'm going to run around it. So if I'm like standing like right here when it comes out, I'm going to have to go like that to avoid it. It's everybody's responsibility. It's not just the person who gets targeted, because the person who gets targeted has to get it out. And the people, like if they're standing in bad spots, they have to kind of adjust. So optimally, you could just stand here, but normally it'll spawn on you and then it'll start pulsing and then it'll kill everybody in the group. So you don't want that to happen. The other first mechanic is going to be the thing that's on Veil right now. This is called Rack. It is a 60-second debuff that ramps. This is the healer mechanic for basically the whole fight. Is going to be ramping, and basically you dispel this debuff, but whenever you dispel it, it's going to spread to two new people. You might be like, okay, well, why do I need to dispel it then? Because it actually resets the damage on the debuff. So it'll start out at 60 seconds, and then it'll keep its duration when it spreads, and it'll spread to two people. So you see it's up to like 10,000 damage per second. I think that's what it is. And then when you dispel it, it'll go back to 0. So we're going to dispel this at around like 25 seconds. You even notice that we pops pain suppression just so we can keep it a little bit longer. And then when we're able to dispel this, now it'll go to two people and it has less of a duration. So you'll see this here. Now it goes to Burnt and Chalubi, and now it's back to 1. So it's back to 1,000 damage per second. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And it just keeps ticking. And then eventually we're going to dispel it twice, right? This is the main healer mechanic, and I'm re-recording this video because our healer told me that I need to cover it more in depth. Basically, what's going to happen is that your healers are eventually going to get targeted by Twilight Slicers, and that's going to suck. For us, for example, it happened to our Disc Priest a lot, and that means that our Holy Paladin has to kind of take over the role a little bit more of dispelling and making sure that people aren't dying. Because if this debuff ramps, that's going to start killing you. And it ramps pretty quickly. So you see now it's on 4 people right here, or it's about to go out to the 4. And like once it goes out to 6, right, it starts ramping and it keeps going. So you just have to be very mindful of this debuff, and when you're targeted by slicers, that you're running around and you're coordinating together on who's going to get the debuffs. So another situation that you might run into is, say for example, these guys just ran out with slicers, and now if their debuff is ramping and I'm a healer right here and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go dispel that, I'm gonna have to run out here and go get that guy before he dies, you know? Or maybe I have to dispel it early because he's going out and I see that he's going out with a slicer, so I don't want him to die. So it's very, very much like a healer minigame throughout this fight, just managing this debuff and making sure that people aren't about to get nuked as it scales up. So you'll notice though, as it gets to the last few seconds, it's going to eventually fall off. But we have an issue right now, right? Because we're about to get another one out. And if we get another one out in this phase, that's really going to suck. So Sinestra phase is at 30%. Hopefully we can make it before she uses another rack. Looks like she doesn't do it during the breath. And we barely make this cutoff right here, where we make it to the second phase and then we don't get a second rack. So this is like the damage pump in the first phase, is that you really want to get Sinestra down before you get a second charge of rack. Because otherwise this is going to be really bad, because it's a 60-second debuff. It's going to be scaling through everybody as they're like running around the room trying to deal with these eggs. So yeah, just try to be mindful of it. Now, another thing to mention is that Disc Priests are really good in this fight because they can just reset rack whenever they want, right? So say, for example, right here, when we have 4 people with the debuff, rather than throwing out 4 different dispels, we're just going to throw out a mass dispel right here, right? And now it has 10 seconds left, and I bet he throws out another one at like 5 seconds because it's like, why not? It's just going to reduce the damage on everybody, and it's just going to reset it, and then like one is going to bounce to more people. He says that second mass dispel. Yeah, it bounces again, but it's already on everybody, so it doesn't matter, you know? So Mass Dispel is absolutely phenomenal for not just this phase, but for the third phase especially, because you have infinite mana in the third phase. because of how the mechanic works. So you notice there's also these whelps going on. There's fire breaths going out. The fire breaths are dangerous. They do a lot of damage. You notice it chunks the raid pretty sizably. But we're not too worried about the fire breaths as long as our healers aren't doing anything. Right? If our healers are just sitting here healing, they can heal through the fire breath. As long as everyone's topped, you're not going to die to it, right? What really sucks is when the slicers are going out again, and then the healers are running around, and then you're getting a fire breath, and then there's like 6 stacks of rack on everybody, and like they're getting actually cranked, right? So you kind of just need to be mindful of like when do we need to use CDs and when are we good? Because you don't have enough CDs to use it on every single fire breath. In the first phase, you notice we roll CDs on most of them. But like in the third phase, you're going to notice most of the time we're actually not doing it because our Holy Paladin can just top everybody off with like his biggest heal every single time that we take damage because it's free. It doesn't cost them any mana. So, now let's talk about the whelps. The whelps in the first phase, you kind of just ignore them. The off tank is going to pick them up, and then eventually you'll bring them back here. And in the second phase, you're going to kill them. The reason you do this is because they'll drop a puddle on the ground, and this puddle will resurrect the whelps. You want to, like, you might think that it's like, oh yeah, well, we just spread it out and then we never kill the whelps on top of it. That's too much work, and it's just gonna take way too much like mental capacity for like any group to do. So what you do is you just kill them once, and then you'll move them again, and when they die or when they respawn, they will not drop a pool again. So you kill them again, right? So right here, this is what you're seeing. The whelps have respawned. We'll kill them again. In the third phase, these whelps are going to be spawning, and we're going to just keep bringing them to the back. We kill them once, and then they come back to the boss. They'll keep threatening the tank who had them. So when he runs back up here, they'll start running back up to him, and then you can just kill him. All right, so that's phase 1. Phase 1 is going to be the exact same as phase 3. So you guys know most of the fight now at this point. But now phase 2, we're basically just going to be damaging Sinestra until we get her mana barrier down. It's going to be around like 30-ish%, I think, is when you're able to go kill the eggs. Basically, yeah, we just DPS her. Eventually, our weak core is going to say omelet time, which, by the way, is just hilarious. And then we're going to go over and we're going to kill the eggs. So the eggs don't have too much health. We split up our DPS 3-3, so we do me, our mage, and our rogue over here, and then on the other side we have our boomkin, our hunter, and our warrior. This is a good time to cover the comp, by the way. I could have covered it at the beginning, but we have a holy paladin, a disc priest, a prop paladin, a blood DK, and then 6 DPS. That guy's not tanking. I don't know why it says it on the right frames. You kind of need the extra damage, so you can't afford to 3 heal it. I know there is a lot of damage going out, but it's mostly just like a dispel fight, focusing on the dispels. So right here, we're just going to damage the eggs down. Again, not too much health. You don't really need to use CDs or anything on them. And then once these are dead, we're going to come back to the middle. Right here during this intermission, there's 2 adds that you're going to kill. There's not too much to know about them. This guy does a breath. I think he one-shot our tank once because he ran through a puddle or something. And then this guy does a cast. This cast is actually going to get off in this video so you can see what it looks like. But optimally, you want to use like things like Death Grip, Gouge, Scatter Shot, whatever you can to disrupt this cast without hard CCing this guy. The reason you can't hard CC him is because when you do, he's going to do an explosion. And the explosion is going to do like 40k damage to everybody in the raid. It'll knock everyone back, and then he enrages, so you can't interrupt him anymore. He'll start just casting stuff. So you just need to just kill him. And you'll use a Death Grip optimally right here. We mess up, so I think that our DK was actually too close for the Death Grip to work, is my guess, right? Let's see him run up. I'll see if he uses it. Maybe he just didn't have it. So when she casts that, we need to gouge it right there. We need to scatter shot it. Otherwise, we get this debuff. You see, it is a 10-second, 10% HP per second debuff, right? So that if you're good at math, that's 100% HP. So you really don't want this to go off. We called for rally right here. I don't even know if that's better or worse. I thought that we had DG. That's what I was actually calling for, but rally might just make it do more damage because it gives us percent max health. But anyway, now once you get into this third phase, you're going to get this massive raid buff, which is basically it's like 100% haste. You're going to cast super fast and nothing costs mana, which is insane. So it's same mechanics. Slicers are going to be going out. You got the whelps. Now, as you're seeing, we bring the whelps to the back. We're going to kill them the first time, and then we're going to go back onto the boss. And you'll see Weasel right here. He's running out because this guy probably has rack, and he's like trying to dispel him or something. Somebody has rack. Maybe it's the druid. But yeah, he's running out. Oh, he's keeping the tank alive. I'm stupid. Yeah, he's just going to crank heals onto people. And, like, this is going to be a common thing for the healers where it's, like, optimally you guys want to stay stacked when you can. But, like, if you got people running around, you got to go help people, you know? Like, you can't just be sitting here in the stack. You got to go to them because they're dealing with slicers. They're dealing with whelps, you know? And you got to stay with your team. So, right now we're stacked up. Again, Twilight slicers are coming out. They're running around. Whelps are coming back to the front. We've already killed them once, so we're going to kill them up here now. And then the next wave of whelps, he's going to bring them to the back again. And it's kind of just on your ad tank to really keep in mind where he's at with these, right? I could see it happening where it's like, oh, wait, what wave of whelps are we on, right? If you're ever confused, probably bring him to the back. It's the safest bet. But for the most part, just try to keep in mind where you're at, right? So again, he's bringing him to the back. We kill him again, and then we're going to get the slicers. We get kind of lucky in our attempt. I think that I get the slicers like 3 times here in a row, which is actually ideal because I'm just the most mobile class in our raid. Like, I can keep my damage up while I'm still doing stuff, right? So this is actually kind of convenient for me. And then our Disc Priest gets it a lot too. So again, when our Disc Priest has it, our Holy Paladin, he's going to have to pick up some dispels. So he's got to keep an eye on this guy, right? Because once that gets down to like 15 seconds, Jalubi's going to start taking a lot of damage, right? So now it's down to the 2 people. We're back in, and you're going to start seeing some mass dispels, I'm sure. So yeah, that's basically the fight. This is how it works. Once our debuff runs out, that's when we're going to lust. So we do this for forever. And then we're going to start lusting it right here, right? And again, this is like around a time where CDs are like really important. This is when the buff ran out. Our Holy Paladins can't just keep cranking. We can't just keep dropping mass dispels for everything. So now it's times where it's like, this would be a great time for DG for this next breath. This would be a great time for rally. This would be a great time for like tranks and stuff, you know? Any sort of CDs to keep your raid topped off when you don't have that crazy buff to kind of catch back up, you know? So that's how I would recommend it. Save your CDs for later in the phase when you need them. Save them for like maybe if your healers are running around. Those are all great times for it. So eventually we're able to push through here and we do get our kill. Just like tradition, PR is going to be dead for all of our kills. So we're going to make it through. But yeah, dude, it's a fun fight. It takes a little bit of practice, but once you get to that 3rd phase and you feel consistent with it, it really is just getting in that rhythm, moving the adds to the back, and like kind of bouncing back and forth, dodging the slicers, you know, and then having your healers deal with rack while they cry about it. So yeah, no, fun fight. Let me know if you guys have any questions, if I covered everything. If you guys found this video helpful, feel free to subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out. And other than that, I will see you guys in the next one.
Gave me a little bit. Gave me 7k.
Yeah. Just a little left up every now and then.
Barrier.
UPI.
Yep. I'm gonna paint suppression and delay this as much as possible.
Warps.
Watch
Slicers?
your slicer.
It's on Veil.
It's on me. You're gonna have to, or I'll dispel Veil. That's fine.
Oh.
Cauterize, heal him.
Got him.
Next breath, you want to AM?
Nice dispose.
Slicers?
Walk to me, PR. Okay, never mind.
Flame Breath coming out. Can you DG? Good.
GG'd.
Phase?
Nice lane, nice lane.
Nice.
No, go to the back. We're good.
Try to get him all the way to the back
Gets
wall.
him all the way to the wall.
Yeah.
Stop DPS until he gets all the way to the wall. Anything that's killed way far out is gonna really punish us later.
Alright, yep, go ahead, kill. Keep killing.
You can keep pumping it.
Nice.
What fucking pop pumped you, dude? That was scary.
Oh, he had like 31 stacks of the debuff.
I'm at 20 seconds so I can bubble off.
You're doing just fine. You still got 25 seconds before Drake.
Chillin'. I saw my health hit triple digits.
Omelet time?
Okay. Good for Drake.
There he is.
Do you have vengeance right now? You could probably stack that and take that.
Rude.
Kill the dragons.
Alright, I gotta go.
Get the ad coming in. Get ready to grip. Grip.
What?
Pop DG or rally.
God damn it, dude.
We just have to heal
Nice.
a little bit.
Can you take boss back?
Yep.
Slicers
Take
coming
boss
out.
back.
It's on you, Tane.
On same.
I'm helping you with ads. Next flame breath is in 10. We can AM it. We don't want to AM actually. Let's top everyone up,
I
right?
can't heal you, Tane. Or Sky, I can't heal you.
Okay.
Okay, we're good. Dispel yourself, Tane. Right now.
Extra small, get him. Nice. Slicer's here in 6. Look for him.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
It's on me.
This game's
Okay.
cool.
I have to dispel
at-
myself.
Look at Whelps. Look at Whelps.
Yeah, you can kill these. You can kill these.
Dispel Chalubi.
Flame breath coming here. Can your call?
We don't need it.
Okay.
If I'm not getting fixated, we don't need it.
Oh,
I saved everyone.
I got whelps.
Dispelling.
Let me get him back a little bit further.
Let's go.
Slicers, look for him.
Kill.
One's on me.
Kill.
It's on me again?
Flame breath coming in 4.
Watch Chalubi dispel him at
Sorry, I fuck you.
15.
We're good.
No, it's fine. I was fucking myself, dude.
Look at Whelps.
Slicer's coming here in 6. Slicers.
Lighters.
Breath coming soon. New whelps.
Ooh, I have to dispel both of them.
Burns
Burns
out of
dead.
range.
I got him. I got him. I'm watching Ska.
Look
Dispelling.
at Whelps.
Slicer's coming in 2. Look for him, please.
It's on me. I might die. Ooh, we're good. It's pain suppression.
Look at Whelps. Kill Whelps.
45 seconds left on buff.
hey, Iron, can you turn it?
Sure.
Personal next breath.
You good? Need more?
Yeah. Oh, we're good there.
I'm trying to
Oh,
stay
hell yeah.
melee range.
Yeah, I got you. If you need to, I mean, obviously, but
I got
Watch-
one.
Stay in barrier,
Slicers.
please.
It's on me again.
Slicer.
Little dickhead's
Got one.
giving me a shadow. Yeah, you're good.
Thank you.
You're gonna have to dispel both, probably.
Look at Whelps.
Right now.
Flame breath in 4. Scott, can you GG this one?
Yes.
Did we lose our buff or we?
We're about to.
7
Yes.
seconds. 7
About to
seconds.
5 seconds.
Oh, I did.
That's
not-
fine.
I did
That's
not
fine. We
take
have
that
it. We
one.
still have it. Slicers.
Careful,
Slicers.
Careful, slicers.
Well, I dropped.
Lusting,
this on
Lusting.
in front here. Heck, Veil, watch out. Veil, watch out.
Clear columns, guys. We got this. Flame breath here in 4. We're gonna DG. Okay. Look for it.
Call,
I can't
please.
dispel.
Chalubi, can you ice block if you're low? DG. DG.
Good, I'm good.
GG.
We still have Trang, too.
Use it.
Ignore whelps. Kill boss, please. Slicers, get out. Get out. Let's fucking go, guys. Hell yeah.
Slicers.
buddy. Slicers.
Second to slicer.
Slicers.